slowly drifting away, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the.
Guys, on this episode today, I'm going to be showing you how to remove the camshaft position sensors and how to replace them, because all these motors are going to run into that issue. This is the DE, the HR is pretty much the same thing. Both sensors are on the back, one bank and the other. So this will be, they're fairly easy to replace. You just have to know what you're looking for. So I'm gonna start getting going. The first thing I'm gonna do is obviously disconnect the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this upper portion of the intake. I'm just gonna move it to the side. Actually, I'm gonna just take the sensor out as well. That way I can move it to the side. I might not, depending. So I got this, remove it. And one sensor is gonna be back here, which I'm pretty sure you can't see it, but I'll show you in the flashlight. And the other one is gonna be back here. You might be able to see it, might not. I'll show you later in detail, but they're fairly easy to reach. I have giant hands and I'm able to reach them. So it uses a 10mm bolt, so it's fairly easy. Just take the battery out, take your intake off, grab the sensor from behind, disconnect it, disconnect that side, 10mm that one, 10mm that one, take them out, and then I'm gonna go to the other parts before they close today and get new ones, because those have lifetime warranty, and so far they've been good. 2 years. I don't know if that defines good, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the intake off and probably take the sensors off and show you. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try to do it without taking the intake off. That way it's less of a pain in the ass. So first thing, take the battery out. So if you look back here, let's see if I can shine it. But right there where that little hole is, that you see oil, and that little hole right next to it, that's where the sensor goes. So I'm gonna show you what the sensor looks like, so you guys can see it. It's over here because it's oily. So that's the sensor. One of the key things that you'll notice is that when it gets oil on the inside, like you see right there, and it's not my valve cover gasket, this actually will leak after a while. There's like vent holes there, so I don't know, something. When it gets oil like that, it gets fucked and you start getting mixed signals, and then the sensor starts failing. So if you pull the plug and you find oil, that's bad. So the other thing, which I think I can show you like this, yeah. Here's the front, the passenger side, the sensor, the back of the sensor. As you can see, it is straight. That's how you know which one. The driver's side is angled. So don't put this one here and this one there. You know, get them correctly, and that's the front of your car. So driver's side bent, passenger side straight. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do now is that I think I can reach this side, which you can see it. I'm going to see if I can shine the light on it. Let's see. Yeah, you see right there, that little connector? Actually, I'm sorry. It's where that bolt is right there, that silver bolt. It's that connector. You see how it's kind of bent? So one thing with these connectors that you have to notice is that, let's see, try to light this connector and show you at the same time. You see it's kind of oily. The back of this connector, there's that push thing. You have to push this down, and what I usually do is I'll put a flathead here and kind of leverage it. So I got one of these guys, and I'll put it in between the sensor and the block and twist like that, so it can squeeze open, because it's kind of hard to push and pull at the same time and keeping the wire, you know, intact so it doesn't damage anything. So do that. I'm going to do that on the other side, and then I'll get both sensors out, and then I'm going to walk to the AutoZone and get them replaced. So this is where we're going to use, you know, mechanics are Jedis, because many times we have to work. Shove my hand right here, you're going to feel it. Many times we have to work with our hands. Basically, we can't see what we're doing. So this is where you have to concentrate and, you know, really channel the force, you know, and, you know, really make sure it's the, you know, the good side of the force, not the dark side of the force. You know, that's for all other stuff. And you take out the sensor. And again, we don't have much oil in this one, but since they have lifetime warranty, I don't give a shit, so I'm replacing both of them. As you can see, that one is bent, that one goes on the driver's side, that one is straight, that one goes on the passenger side. And then keep your bolts safe, put them in here, and you know, just use the force, kids, and I'll be back with the new sensors. Alright, bye. Alright guys, so here are the old ones. They're all oily and fucked up. Here are the new ones, clean. I usually mark them on the day that I got them, that I installed them, that way I know. So yeah, again, this. I'm gonna, oops, forgot my power. Oh! Wow. Oh, it's foggy because it's kind of cold out. This is not the Star Trek movie or Star Wars, so could be pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If you did not remove your MAF, you don't have to do a relearn. Just plug them in, plug in your battery, crank the car, you're done. So reverse install. I mean, that's pretty much it. Just make sure that the connectors are in when you plug them. Make sure they click. If they don't click with vibrations, they can wiggle themselves out, and that's it. So, I mean, it's really that simple. You can do it with a 10mm and a screwdriver. And yeah, because you can take the battery off of the 10mm. So yeah, pretty much a 10mm socket, a little ratchet, and a screwdriver, flathead, and that's it. So yeah, go ahead. These two bolts are identical, so you don't have to worry. They're the same height. They go on the same side. Just make sure you tighten them. Don't tighten them too hard. They do have a metal sleeve in there, so you're not gonna. I wouldn't worry too much about cracking the plastic. But again, it doesn't have to be that tight. Just make sure the seal seals correctly. That way you don't have any leaks from there, because it will have oil. So all this middle section right here, that's all gonna have oil in it. It's gonna be come into contact with oil. Again, if you have a valve cover leak in the back, this is a perfect time to find it. If not, like I don't, it's fine. Those sensors are from before when I did have the valve cover leak, so that's probably why they had residual oil in there. Just be careful with the connectors. They can break. They're very fucking fragile. If you do break them, what I've done in the past is I kind of zip tie them, which is very MacGyver, or you can buy a new harness, which I don't feel like buying. Mine aren't cracked, so just be very careful. If when you take them out, there's like a little piece that comes out, again, just push it back in. Again, just careful is the name of the game here with any sensor, because you don't want to have to redo a harness for a fucking piece of shit $2 connector that you can buy, or actually not buy. You have to go source it on an old car or whatever and do that. So I'm gonna start talking and finish this shit so I can go home. It's fucking cold out. Alright guys, I will catch you on the next video. Take it easy.